so things have been very potent, very activated leading up to the full moon, which we just had. Now we're about a week away from October 14th, and that's going to be full on. It's a new moon in the astrological 13th sign of Virgo. So we're going to have both sun and moon in Virgo on October 14th, which is very different from what Western astrology says. Of course, 13th sign astrology is based on the actual location of the star constellations and what is in the sky right now. It is what astronomers would say is the most accurate form of astrology. And so that is the form I've been following for years now, with astonishing results in terms of accuracy, in terms of aligning with the people I work with and who they feel that they are. So today, I thought I would jump into what is going on currently, because I don't know about you, but it's been pretty full on and pretty intense here in terms of challenges being brought up, triggering being brought up, and yet growth happening. And so that's the beautiful thing about planetary activations that are a bit challenging, is that they can bring up to the surface things in us that have been preventing our growth forwards. And so really, they are a blessing in disguise. And so I thought today I would go into what sign the sun is in, what sign the moon is in, what is going on energetically, what are some themes that might be going on with all of us, and essentially assist us in getting prepared for this new moon, October 14th, for the solar eclipse. If you don't know already, new moons are the most powerful time for setting our intentions. And it's in the name itself, new. It's all about a new beginning, a new set of energy. So for thousands of years, our ancestors have followed the cycles of the moon, right? We've planted seeds with the new moon and then harvested on the full moon. And energetically, that is also the best way to utilize the cycles of the moon. The new moon is the best time. It's the dark time of the moon to go inside, to set your intention for what you wish to create in the next 2-week period to full and the next 6-month period until the sign goes into the new moon sign, goes into the full moon sign. That makes sense. So this coming solar eclipse happening on October 14th, 6 months from that, it will be in the astrological sign of Pisces in March. Okay. And so in astrology, it's very helpful to think of new moons in 2-week cycles and 6-month cycles. And so what you're setting your intention for at the new moon is for the next 2 weeks till the full moon, and also a bigger scale for the next 6 months until the sign, right, that is new, Virgo, sun in Virgo, moon in Virgo. The full moon of that will be in March, when the sun will be in Pisces and the moon will be full in Virgo. And so that's the cycle, that 6-month cycle. And it's a very powerful way to start setting your intentions, especially as you start to learn what the constellation signs mean and what planets rule them and what actual parts of the body are connected to those astrological signs. I don't know if you know this, but for thousands of years, healers would work with the energy of the constellations and the different body parts that those constellations would be connected to, for helping to identify and heal illnesses and to assist people to figure out if they've had, some type of injury, what's happening in their bodies. And so I will be gearing up to teach a course soon, and I'm getting the sense I might be teaching a basic introduction course to astrology and to the signs and to the planets that rule them, and the body parts and the flowers and plants and foods that relate to those constellations. It's a very powerful science, in the crystals. It's a beautiful science of relationship between the constellational energies and our physical world, right? The flowers and the plants and the herbs and the crystals and the types of healing that are good for each sign and constellation. And so I'm really excited to start putting together this course, and it'll be very basic. but very profound, because a lot of us have heard about the signs. We're aware that they exist. We've heard our sun sign, we've heard that, but we may not know much more about all the other 12 constellations, right? I do 13 sign astrology. So there's 13 constellations in this system, and each one relates to a part of the body. It relates to crystal, it relates to herbs and flowers and different healing modalities. And so it's a very beautiful practice to kind of connecting the dots between the energetics of the stars and the energetics of the earth and how they affect our body, our organs, our physiology, and our emotions. So I'm really excited to start putting that together. It will probably be landing in by November, if not sooner. And for now, let's get into today. Let's pull up the chart and look at what is going on astrologically. What sign is the sun in? What sign is the moon in? What sign is Mercury in? And what do they represent? And so the sun astrologically always represents the soul self. It represents our main vibe, our main focus, our main center. The sun is the center of the galaxy, right? The center of our universe, right? Or our specific galaxy here in the Milky Way. So this sun, our sun, is currently in the constellation of Virgo, and so is the planet Mercury. So let's just take a moment and talk about what does that mean, right? What does it mean to have this sun in Virgo energy, right? So sun in Virgo is all about healing. It's all about, I always think of Virgo as the earth mother, right? It's like the earth mother, the energy of the earth. And when I think of the earth mother, I think of how all the things that grow on the earth, from the plants to the flowers and the produce, right? The cornucopia. I think of Virgo as a very abundant energy, and Virgo starts on September 14th. So we just went into the very first day of Virgo. And Virgo is the largest constellation. It's 47 days long, and it takes the sun 47 days to move through this constellation. And so with the sun there, it's shining light on everything on the earth that we utilize for health and for healing, because Virgo is a natural healer. Virgo is the natural carer for others. Virgo loves to tend to the sick. It's the sign of the doctor and the nurse and the healer. And how does Virgo do this? How does Virgo heal? It's through all of the earth modalities, right? It's through touch, like massage therapy. It's through nutrition, which is like diet and exercise. It's through hands-on healing. It's through herbology. It's through acupuncture. It's through anything involving the physicality of our being, right? It's not so much the energy work, right? That's a whole nother component of healing. And that actually got activated at the full moon, because the full moon was in Pisces. And so I just did a call all about bringing those healings together, right? The energetics and the physical. But right now with the sun in Virgo, it's really highlighting that more physical way of healing. So maybe you're being drawn to do more work on getting in tune with your diet, with your exercise, with your daily habits. Virgo is also very analytical, very rational, very exact, and very precise. And so it's a really good time to get your schedule right, to line up what are you eating? What are you drinking? What is your daily routine? Are you sleeping enough, right? So with the sun in Virgo, this is a long time in Virgo, until Halloween, when it will go into Libra. And I know this is very different from the Western astrology dates, but if you get Star Walk 2, it's an app on your phone, you can look and see what constellation the sun is in right now. And it is literally in the constellation of Virgo. So that's what the sun energy is doing. And it's with Mercury, which Mercury actually rules the sign of Virgo. And Mercury is the planet of communication. You can think of Hermes, the god of the messenger god of Olympus, and he would deliver messages between the gods. And so Virgo is also very much about communication and about the mind and about thought and about tuning into the thoughts and connecting them to our physical body so that we are in tune with the earth and with our thinking. And so Virgo is really about getting really into alignment, getting into perfect alignment between our thinking and our body. And what can happen with Virgo is if they're thrown off of that alignment, they tend to be very fussy, very nervous, very ungrounded. And so people who have their sun in Virgo, it's so important for them to have a daily physical diet regime that they do to keep themselves in that nice balance between their thought world and their body. And so one of the best ways to do that, of course, is through physical exercise and through breath work. And, you know, Virgo can get easily overstimulated. So if you're finding that you're going about your day and if you don't get in your exercise or take care of yourself, you're getting overwhelmed, over agitated, that's because Virgo is ruled by Mercury, which is the planet of thought. And so there's a real sensitive energy with Virgo of needing to stay very balanced between the thought world and our physical body. And so that's why it's so super important right now to make sure you're getting enough exercise, you're getting enough to eat, you're getting enough time in between your projects to just reestablish your center, reestablish that flow between the mental body and the physical body. And I kind of think of them as gears, right? The mental body kind of spins at this faster ratio, right? It takes in information from outside, it thinks within and then projects out. And then the body is this larger gear, right? With of many other smaller gears within it. And so maintaining that equilibrium, it's a little more dense, right? The body's energy is a little bit more dense, a little more, a little heavier than the mental energy. So keeping those in balance requires slightly different things, different mechanisms. And yet eating good food, getting enough exercise, getting enough rest can really help keep those things flowing. So I just really want to encourage you all to pay attention, especially right now between September 14th and October 31st, which is the time that the sun is in Virgo, to your health, to your diet, to your routine, to various details in your diet, like your tooth care and your skincare, right? There's a lot of components with Virgo, right? There's a lot of components with physical reality, right? Have you ever noticed you try to do a task and you start to do it and there's one step and then there's this other step and then there's this other step? Life has a lot of detailed steps in it, right? And so Virgo, the energy of Virgo is very good at attending to each of those nuances. So right now with the sun in Virgo, it's a really excellent time to attend to the nuances of your life, your skincare routine, your diet routine, your health routine, your teeth routine, right? And are you seeing a physician? Are you seeing a naturopathic doctor? Are you seeing an acupuncturist? Who are you working with your health? Because prevention is so much more powerful and effective than coming up with an issue later and having to deal with it then. So health and caring for our health has a lot to do with caring for it each day, being responsible and proactive. And so right now until October 31st, Halloween is a really good time to get dialed in with your health routine, dialed in with your self-care, dialed in with how you're taking care of yourself. How are you, spending time with supporting yourself? And so that's kind of the overriding energy with the sun in Virgo right now. Now, that's an overall theme for the sun. Let's look at what else is going on. And so lots always going on. I know a lot of people who look at this chart, it's a bit like reading Greek. Yeah. And so we just have that a lot of planets in Virgo. We also have Mars in Virgo, which is the physical body and energy. So again, another, affirmation that that doing physical activity right now and dealing with our health is energized, and it's supported by Mars. On a collective level, if there could be fear around health, Virgo is very clean oriented, very health conscious. And so the South Node, which is related to our past, is in Virgo, and so is Mars, and they're exactly conjunct today. And so if there is paranoia or fear around health, it could be because in our collective unconscious, we're having past life, because this is the past life point, the South Node, collective memories around health and healing. And, you know, there's been stuff we've had to go through. So really notice if you have fear or anxiety about your health or about the world's health, to really tune into that and send it love. Like we could just literally do that right now, just sending love out to people who are afraid, right? We went through 3 years of so much fear about health. And that's really up in the collective consciousness right now. And so it's a really good idea, because if we feel something, we can heal it. But if we feel something and we don't heal it, and we get overwhelmed by it and we take it, we can end up taking it on. And so it's, you know, we're all interconnected. We're all feeling each other in this web of life and energy, right? Quantum entanglement is a very real thing. And so if we are feeling fear around the collective health of our planet and the people on it, and maybe we're not feeling that fear, but we go out into the world and we go around people who are, guess what? We can tend to sort of take it on if we're not conscious and notice it. Okay, this is not mine, and I can send love to it. And so I just maybe want to take a moment right now, because that's sort of up in the collective consciousness right now, especially for the next month, with the sun being in Virgo, the sign of health. And with Mars, Mars can be a bit of an aggressive energy. And so Mars being exactly conjunct the South Node, which is our past lives, it's our past, it could be stirring up old memories and things around health. Maybe we had past lives as being doctors or nurses, and we're feeling that need to help others and heal others. And maybe we're having trouble taking a break. Is anyone having a trouble taking a break right now? So, because Virgo can be overworked. That's one of the big challenges with Virgo, is a tendency, because Virgo wants to help everyone. It's got a real savior complex, a real martyr complex. I want to help others. I want to serve others. And so Virgo's like real Achilles heel is that they tend to not take enough rest for themselves. And right now we have Mercury in Virgo, the sun in Virgo. This is an asteroid. This is Sappho, an asteroid related to poetry, right? So maybe we're feeling poetic about our healing and about health and about the earth. We've got the sun in Virgo. We've got Lilith, which is a very interesting asteroid, also in Virgo. Lilith, of course, relating to the first partner of Adam in the biblical mythology, who Adam wasn't treating her very well and wanted her to submit to his power, and she decided to leave. And so Lilith in Virgo means that we're just fed up with we're not going to put up with any more stuff around our health, right? We're going to take action. Lilith really points to the energy of like, that's it. I'm taking action. I'm going to take care of this. I'm not going to put up with any more BS, right? And so having Lilith in Virgo means that we're really not willing to put up with stuff around our health and our healing and our happiness. We're just going to be very to the point and very energized to take action on our healing, energized to take action around changing our routines, changing our structures, our daily care. And then we also have the South Node, which is our past. And it's exactly conjunct Mars today. And no wonder I felt like I had to get on here and make this video. That is a very powerful placement, because Mars is our physical energy. It's our masculine. It's how we take action in the world. And so it's conjunct the South Node, the past. And so we could be having a lot of past life awareness, and it may not even just be this life. It could be other lifetimes, but it could also be this lifetime. So things from our past related to health and healing, related to wellness, related to having the energy to take action. So if you're feeling tired right now, because Mars relates to energy, you might have something that you need to process. Sometimes we get tired when we're triggered or we're having a past life awareness come to the surface. And the tiredness is the sign to us that we need to slow down and give love to that area of ourselves. Sometimes it's not just, we're physically tired. Sometimes there can be an emotional component to why we get tired. Okay. So with Mars in Virgo conjunct the South Node, I really want to send love out to everyone around health, around healing, around feeling safe to be healthy, around wanting to be healthy, around allowing ourselves to be healthy. Okay, and I just really want to send a lot of love out to the concept of health and healing on our planet, to feeling safe to be healthy. And there's so much fear around being healthy, around staying healthy the last several years. And to have this placement show up in the astrology chart today tells me that that fear could be out again. And so I just really want a lot of love. We love our families so much. We care for our friends and our family so deeply. We want the best for them. We want them to be happy and healthy. We want them to be flourishing. And so if we're afraid of they could get sick, and helping them, and we went through so much around this, I just want to send so much love and healing to all of our hearts around health, around our world being healthy. Yeah, it's like a big sigh of relief. It's kind of like a lump in the throat, right? So let's just do a little clearing on this. So just go ahead and put in your hands if you want. If you've done this clearing with me before, you know what we're doing. We're just going to tune in and just tune into the energy of health and being healthy on our earth. And I want you to put any fear or any stress or any overwhelm or any collective fear that you may be feeling around this issue into your hands. Woo, it's getting really hot. And we're building a fire of transformation. We're just going to tune into that collective energy. And we're going to take a deep breath in and out. That's really good. And we're just going to tune in to anything we're picking up from the collective, any collective fear or anxiety or panic or overwhelm or stress or tension, and just put it into your hands. And take a deep breath in and out. Yeah, wow, look at that. Yeah, I just noticed a bit of a square, which is a challenging relationship between the sun, Virgo, and retrograde Pluto. And that's right here, the sun in Virgo and Pluto here. And that's a square, and a square means a bit of a challenge. And so Pluto is transformation, it's depth, it's intensity, it is the underworld. Sun, of course, is all light and all illumination. And so the fact that they're having a square today, energetically, that means a bit like elbows to elbows, tells me that our ability to shine, in order to feel that freedom and lightness in our soul, we're having to do some deep diving into Pluto's vibe, into some transformation, some truth. It's in the sign of Sagittarius, which is truth. So perhaps we're having light being shown on things that have happened with our health and our healing on a planetary level. And so there could be a lot of stuff coming up to the surface right now, collectively. Sagittarius being the sign of truth, Pluto being the planet of revelation, transformation, bringing up what is hidden to the light. And with the sun there in a square, there could be this challenge between the light and bringing that truth to light. But it's coming. It's unstoppable force. Unstoppable. Because Pluto is also square the destiny point, our future self in Pisces. Whew. It means that our future self is having to go back, Pluto retrograde, and transform things, bring things to the light that need to be revealed. Wow. And that is also square the vertex, which is a destiny point. Goodness. So as you can see, we have like this full square with many planets. And so when that happens, it's almost creating this pressurization. So wherever you are, Moon in Gemini, Venus in Leo today. So Moon in Gemini is information. Virgo is also, so Moon in Gemini, Sun in Virgo are both ruled by the planet Mercury, which is all about communication. And so today is a very mental day. There's a lot of mental energy. Whew. But the midpoint, the Sun and Moon midpoint, the place between the Sun and the Moon is in Leo, and it's near Venus and Juno. So we're being asked to shine very brightly today as we explore our minds and we learn and we grow about healing, and we feel emotionally supported by information, connection, networking, communication. Gemini being all about lots of people interacting with each other, with the Sun and Virgo about health and healing. So maybe we're going to learn about health and healing, and the midpoint in Leo, and maybe that's going to allow us to feel strong and courageous and want to shine as we go forwards, and we feel a lot of love for learning about health and healing and connecting to lots of other people. Okay. Very beautiful energy. So I just want you to take all the stuff that could have been brought up or let down in this conversation about astrology, and even just looking at this astrological chart will bring things up for people without even knowing what it means. It's pretty absolutely incredible. So I'd just like to invite you, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, if you would like to tune in with me and connect to this astrological chart and connect to everything that's being brought up or let down for you. Okay. And we can do a little clearing just on today, just on all those planetary energies, because there's a lot. So go ahead and tune into your body. Just notice where you're at. Notice what you're feeling, what you're sensing. I feel a lot of stuff in my solar plexus and in my belly. So before I do a healing, I'll often really tune into where do I feel the issue. Good. Now your hands are like a magnet, and so is your intention. So now you rub your hands together. You feel all the stuff that's being brought up, whatever it is, and just take a deep breath in and out. Good. We also have this opposition between Venus and Saturn. Venus being love and shining, Saturn being structure and discipline. And so we're really being asked to really discipline our spending, to really discipline what we love, to really bring discipline into shining, which is an interesting energy. It's a bit like Saturn is a grandfather and Venus is a young child. And the young child of Venus just wants to be playful and free and love. And Saturn is like, well, I love that you're super playful and beautiful and joyous, but could you bring a little more discipline and a little more structure into your play? And then you can become really successful. So it's like training our inner children, the habits and success habits and patterns that will assist us with our growth and with our healing. Okay. Oof, a lot of energy around that for all of us. Okay. So go ahead and just tune into your body now. Where do you feel something? Where do you feel restriction? Where do you feel any trapped energy? Overwhelm? Place it into your hands. We're building a fire. We're tuning into the collective energies of our own body and being, and into the collective planetary energies. And this is the map of the stars right today from 11:17 a.m. It's moved a little bit, but it's about the same. I want you to take a deep breath in and out. And place into your hands any stress, any overwhelm, any tension, anything no longer serving you. Take a deep breath in and out. Place it into your hands. Deep breath in and out. Just allow all that old energy that's no longer serving you to release up and out. To let go and clear. I am free, I am free, I am free. Letting all that old energies go, all the collective old energies. Woo, letting them come out of all of your chakras. We're going to go to the above chakras, and anywhere that you're picking up, and there's 7 chakras above the head. We're just going to rub our hands together up here, and we're just going to ask that any blocks here, any stuck energy, just allow the energy of your hands to allow and draw out all those blocks out of the crown chakra, the above chakras, just cleansing and clearing above your head. Breathe in and out. Any blocks to connecting to your highest guidance, your highest wisdom, your highest truth for today. Breathe in and out. And then come down to your third eye chakra, your crown chakra. Just ask that those chakras spin correctly and that any blocks you have there be allowed to release up, out. Breathe in and out. You might yawn. Come on to your third eye and just ask that that chakra spin correctly. Any blocks there be allowed to release up and out. Coming down to your throat chakra, your mouth chakra, the back of your head chakra, and just ask any blocks there, anything blocking them from spinning correctly, to release up and out the crown of the head. Breathe in and out. And this is clearing you. It's also clearing the collective, which is amazing. Coming down to the higher heart and the heart chakra, just asking that chakra to spin correctly. Breathing in and out. Woof. Yeah, the heart. The heart, right? Leo, which is where Venus and the midpoint and the asteroid Juno of marriage is, our hearts. Leo is ruled by the heart. And so right now we're really being asked to get into our hearts and to love and to allow the Saturn energies, which are opposing it, to guide us to create more structure and more support. And that can be a little bit of a challenging journey because we want to just love freely, but then there's this issue around structure, around our bones, around our stability here. Yeah. And so what we want to do here is we just want to ask the heart chakra to spin correctly around all of this. Good. Breathe in and out. And I want to ask all the blocks in the heart chakra to just release up and out. Out of the heart. That's amazing. Feel that shift. Good. And we're going to come down to our solar plexus chakra. Good. And we're just going to ask that it spin correctly. We're going to just ask all the blocks in the solar plexus to release and clear. Good. We're going to come down to the sacral chakra. Ask the sacral chakra to spin correctly. Good. And we're going to ask that all the blocks in the sacral chakra to feeling grounded. And it's interesting, women actually ground through the sacral chakra and men actually ground through the root chakra. So for women, our sacral chakra is super important. And it's a very much more watery energy than men. And so we connect and ground much more easily through water. And just tune into that collective feminine sacral chakra, our own sacral chakra and the collective. We're just going to ask that it spin correctly. And we're going to ask that all the blockages to the sacral chakra feeling good and free and flowing be released and cleared. Good. And then we're come down to the root chakra. I'm going to ask the root chakra to spin correctly. Breathe in and out. And we're just rubbing our hands together with our focus on each chakra, asking it to spin correctly. And then asking that any blocks in that root chakra be allowed to release out. Release out. Breathe in and out. This is a good place to bring your breath into your dantian, into your belly, and just ask any blocks in that root chakra to release down and out. There's a lot in the root chakra collectively and individually. So we're just going to ask that anything and everything, all the old fear around our health, around our survival, around the safety of our health. I mean, there was mass terror and panic around survival over the last 3 years for people. Like, are we going to survive? Are we going to live going to the grocery store? Are we going to be okay going to work? Are we going to live? Is my family going to live? There's been actual mass terror around our survival and safety with health. So We're just going to tune into the root chakra and everything that brings up or lets down for you or for me or the collective or anyone or everyone who would like to have this cleared. Let's just destroy and uncreate it all. That's a nice clearing statement. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, covids, and beyonds. All of this fear about survival, about being healthy, about being safe to go to the store, safe to interact with other people, everything that brings up or lets down. Let's just revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate it all, and just say yes. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, covids, and beyonds. There we go. And just feel that shifting in the root chakra now. Anything and everything preventing that root chakra from feeling safe, everything that brings up or lets down, let's just revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate it all, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, covids, and beyonds. Fantastic. And breathe in and out. A lot of shifting happening. Just tuning into that root chakra. Anything and everything preventing this root chakra from feeling safe and grounded and comfy and good. Whew. Everything that brings up or lets down, will you please revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate it all, right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, covids, and beyonds. And now we're going to come down to the lower chakras below the root chakra and take a deep breath in. Now you can shake out your hands. Whew. Clear out your auric space. Creator of all that is, it's commanded anything and everything preventing your chakras from spinning correctly. Let's just destroy and uncreate it all, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, covids, and beyonds. Good breath in and out. Anything and everything preventing all of your chakras, your above, in the middle, your below chakras from spinning correctly. Let's just destroy and uncreate it all, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, covids, and beyonds. And anything and everything preventing all of your chakras from being strong. Whew, especially around health, everything that brings up or lets down, will you please revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate it all, right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, covids, and beyonds. And just take a deep breath in and out. Good. Really, really good work. Really good. And just breathe in and out. Good. Fantastic. Okay, so just notice how you're feeling. Maybe stretch a little bit. And I'm going to say the word health, right? Because that's such a huge theme right now. That's coming up for everyone so hugely. Yeah, good. So everything that word health brings up or lets down for you, anxiety, fear, whatever, from this lifetime or any other, will you please revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate it all, and just say yes. Good, right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, covids, and beyonds. Good. And I'm hearing, with Virgo, one of the big issues is our ability to rest, because we just want to work and do and do and do. And so rest becomes this thing that's really challenging. And so anywhere and everywhere you have blockages to rest, to being able to rest, to be able to take a moment, to pause, to collect yourself, to be in the breath, everything that brings up or lets down, will you please revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate all? Just say yes. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, covids, and beyonds. Good. Think about being able to rest. I can rest. I can take pauses. I can have spaciousness in my life. So anything and everything preventing that, preventing you from feeling safe to rest, you're allowed to rest, your permission to rest, everything that brings up or lets down, will you please revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate it all? Just say yes. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, covids, and beyonds. So anything and everything that seeing this astrological chart has brought up or let down for you or triggered that I haven't mentioned or brought up, but it's affecting you nonetheless, everything that brings up or lets down, will you please revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate it all, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, covids, and beyonds. And what I'm using here is called the Access Conscious Clearing Statement. You can go to accessconsciousness.com or look up Access Consciousness, the clearing statement, to learn all about it. It addresses many multiple quantum energetic levels to clear things really quickly. It's a very powerful tool. And just notice how you're feeling. Please take a deep breath in and out. So anything and everything preventing you from having a simply magical, fantastic day. Anything preventing that, let's just destroy and uncreate it all. Please, right and wrong, good and bad, pod and cock, all nine, shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. Take a deep breath in and out. Fantastic. And if you are interested in having a free session with me, there's some little surprise bonuses when you schedule this free session with me. Please email me at blossomwithlotusnow@gmail.com. And I'm really excited. It's going to be really profound, what I'm going to be sharing with you all. And happy to work with you further if you have any questions, if you would like to have your own chart read, or if you're interested in signing up for the course I will be launching in the next month or so, please email me or message me. And I just send you all so much love. For you all, please like, follow, and subscribe to learn more about this 13th sign astrology that I'm sharing here. As you can see, there are 13 signs on this chart. This is Ophiuchus, the 13th sign. And each constellation is a different size. It takes the sun different times to move through each one. Pretty cool. So it's the most accurate to the star system I've come across. If you have more, send me a message, email me, and I just send you all so much love, light, so much gratitude for your presence and the prayer and hope, and you have a simply magical, extraordinary, superbulous, fantastic, supremely powerful day. Sending so much love, so much light. Aloha to you all. Hey, aloha.